Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final race of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5. It's the 6th annual truck season coming to an end, and we are going to crown a 2023 truck champion here tonight with you guys live on the NASCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. 15 trucks out there rocking and rolling for a 150-lap event here at Phoenix Raceway. Many of these drivers that raced and competed full-time this season elected to sit this one out to kind of free up the track and give a lot of open space to the final 4 contenders that are going out there battling for this championship. Those drivers include Landon Jenkins in the 02 Chevy Silverado. He's on the pole for this race. 1 win for him this season, over 20 top 10 finishes. Right behind him in second, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., the 51 Toyota Tundra, running for his own team. 1 win this season, comes in as the ultimate underdog here, or one of the 2 underdogs in this Final 4 event at Phoenix. Not too far behind them is the driver of the number 24 Chevy Silverado, arguably the favorite to win the championship here tonight. 11 wins this season for Aaron Garcia in the 24. He elected to start this race at the tail of the field and try to work his way forward. He's worked his way from the back up to 4th. Not too far behind him, you'll find Sean Lucas, the driver of the number 32 Chevy Silverado. He is the one, ultimately, that is the underdog coming into tonight's event. He's the only one of the final 4 drivers that don't have a win in 2023. He's in the top 10 right now, battling with one of our in-race reporters here, our only in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall in the 98. Strap yourselves in, folks. Kick back, relax, grab a cold can of soda, and enjoy the show. We are rolling here for the round 30, the final race of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season. They're all out there chasing Landon Jenkins in the 02. Thank you to Alex Tesdall for joining me in the broadcast booth as an in-race reporter. Alex, you were eliminated in the round of 8. You've got a shot to go out there and get a top 5 in the final standings still. Aiden Cody and Dustin Franklin are both in this race on track with you. You're gonna conquer them in the point standings. How's the truck feel?
Truck feels a little tight to start the run, but it slowly comes to me as the tires wear out, so we might have a good speed for the long run and maybe chase a few guys down.
And you know what, that might be key. We were talking a little bit about that before the broadcast began, how hard on tires Phoenix Raceway is, especially in cup cars and trucks. You pointed out it's not as significant, not quite as severe, and having a long run truck might pay off here on a day like today.
And the 51 has taken the race lead.
How about it? Didn't take him long. They're battling for it still, but you're right, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. led that lap. 2 different leaders in this race so far, both of them round of 4 contenders. Still side by side coming out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway now. And a crossover move by Jeffrey Robinson Jr. to the bottom now. He's going to have the preferred line going into turn 1. Let's see if he can do it. Landon in the 02, he's a former NASCAR World Champion with us on Formula 1 games. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51, a former NASCAR champion with us on NASCAR 15 and Supercross and GTA 5, back when we held some races on those platforms. Aiden Cody in the 40, just behind them. 1 win in his NASCAR World Championship career. It came last year, and he's got 2 truck wins this year in that number 40. Comes into this race 5th in the point standings, looking to hold on to a top 5 in the final standings, running 3rd right now. Not one of your round of 4 final 4 contenders. These drivers battling for the lead like this, it's really allowing Aaron Garcia in the 24 to close in. Now keep in mind that the stage points and the stage win, they definitely don't matter here. They don't count at all for the final 4 contenders. None of them will be awarded points if they get a top 5 finish in these stages. So that's not the reason why Aaron is trying desperately to run these drivers down. He's simply trying to put himself in the best position he possibly can for the start of stage 2. If you're one of these final 4 contenders, knowing stage points don't matter, it's pretty much your main goal. Got to have the best track position you possibly can all throughout the day, so that way you can restart the final stage right up there with whoever the race leader is. And hopefully it's you. There's Timmy Brown in the 4. Missed the playoffs this year by only a handful of points. He's trying to run down his teammate, Emily Seri. Emily, the Canadian driver who was eliminated in the round of 12. There you see her in the number 52 Toyota Tundra. She's looking to hold on to 9th in the final standings. Not too far in front of them was actually... Oh, we have a connection issue here. We have a truck parked on pit road that appears to be done for the day. It's Trey Hollywood, the driver of the number 8 Ford F-150, one of our drivers that was eliminated in the round of 12. We're going to throw it down to the InRace reporter, Alex Tesdall. Alex, do you have a truck stopped on pit road on your map?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because sometimes the connection plays games with me and it shows a truck parked on pit road when really in reality they're still out there racing. So just wanted to confirm that. Thank you. And now we have a truck on pit road, and it appears it is the InRace reporter Alex Tesdall in that number 98 Ford F-150. Some strategy being called here. We'll let you keep it to yourself. We won't ask you about it unless you want to share.
Just trying to get a little bit of an undercut here since we can make it to the end from this point in the stage.
Ah, all right then. And Emily Seri doing the same thing, the number 52 Toyota Tundra. She's going to surrender her top 10 spot, bring it to pit road. The leaders are going to fly past her here. Now, A.B. Cody in the number 40 Chevy Silverado is on pit road as well. He was up there in 3rd just a moment ago, battling for the lead, but being very respectful and being very patient as well, more or less just kind of following these drivers and watching them battle for the lead. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51, Landon Jenkins in the 02, Aaron Garcia in the 24. They are all Final Four contenders. Aaron's going to stay out on the racetrack an extra lap, but Landon Jenkins and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. are both going to peel down pit road for scheduled service. Josh Cole Diaz in the 7, right behind them coming to pit road as well. Josh, a part-time driver here this year for the Truck Series. He ran full-time in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, made it all the way to the Final Four at Homestead, and finished 2nd in the final standings, almost capturing the championship, almost taking it away from Aaron Garcia. Connor Brown in the 3 comes to pit road. Strong top 5 finish for him on Gran Turismo 7 just a couple of nights ago. And Timmy Brown just leaving pit road, former 2018 Brickyard 200 winner. That, of course, is in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. He also has a win in the NOSSCAR Outlaw Series with us on the Wreckfest video game. And now Aaron Garcia in the 24 is the very last of the leaders to come down pit road for scheduled
32
service.
is still on the track leading this race right now.
10-4. There's definitely some strategy going on there. Sean Lucas, folks, the underdog of the Final Four here tonight. No wins for him this season. Is the only Final Four driver without a victory in the 2023 Truck Series season. He's got the lead right now, but he's going to need to come to pit road for some service before the end of this stage. And here he comes.
Right now.
Love the paint job on that 32. I've driven that a couple of times. I've won a couple of races in that Silverado, and it's great to see it a part of the Final Four. It's usually taken by a driver running part-time, and this year Sean Lucas has done an amazing job putting it in a position to win a championship.
38 hasn't hit it yet either. He takes over the race lead.
And I wonder what the strategy here with all of this is. I wonder if they're going to stay out as long as they can and maybe take 2 tires, or if they're just simply trying to get some TV time and lead some laps. Had 6 different race leaders in this race, mostly due to the cycles of pit stops. Dustin Franklin now coming to pit road. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this should give the lead back to Landon Jenkins in the 02 Silverado.
Yep, the 02 takes it.
What a weird season it's been for Landon in the 02. He finished the Motormaster season in those Xfinity cars with 3 wins, established himself as the number 2 driver for most of the year, if not all of it, And here in the Truck Series, it took him over 20 races to finally find victory lane for the first time. He's got one win coming into the Final Four, but when you talk to all the other drivers in the garage area, or talk to the retired drivers and the community themselves, they would all agree that Landon Jenkins deserves much more than just one victory coming into this final stage. Excuse me, this final round, this final race. I guess what I'm saying is the truck season just hasn't went according to plan for that driver of the 02 Silverado. Right now, the championship race is certainly going to plan. He won the pole, he's led the most laps so far, and he's holding on to what could be a stage win here at Phoenix Raceway. Aaron Garcia running in second in the 24, started at the tail of the field on purpose. 11 wins for him this season, and looking to reel in your race leader, and it looks like he's doing that. The lead only about 2-3 truck lengths. And they get out onto the straightaways. Not too far behind him, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 Toyota, one of our Final Four drivers as well, was telling us before the broadcast began that he wasn't feeling the greatest. A lot of different temperature changes around Canada and the United States lately, and the Pennsylvania area especially, and so a lot of these drivers battling a cold or flu symptoms, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. being one of them, but right now not letting it bother him any. He's up there in third with the leaders in his sights. Aiden Cody in the 40 running fourth, Connor Brown in the 3 scored in fifth, Josh Colm Diaz in the 7 running in sixth. Great battles all over this racetrack.
It'll be 9 to go when the leader hits the line.
And that makes sense here, because now we suddenly see Aaron Garcia in the 24 trying to make some moves for the race lead. It kind of looks like they're running out of time. Looks like the level of urgency is ramping up here. 9 laps to go here in stage 1. And I've already told the viewers here, the final 4 drivers, the 02, the 24, the 51, and the 32, they don't need to go for these stage positions or these stage points. They don't get awarded any stage points for this event. It is simply the highest finishing Final 4 contender at the end of the race that is crowned your 2023 Truck Series champion. But they want the best track position they can possibly get going through these stages to keep on ensuring that they're going to stay competitive, stay up there with the leaders, not lose their draft, and have a legitimate shot at this thing.
Draft at Phoenix? Really?
Believe it or not, there is a little bit of that, yes. Especially in the Cup cars. It might not be quite as significant here in these trucks.
I personally haven't really noticed it much, but okay.
Yeah, more of a Cup car thing, like it knocks a 10th off your lap time if you can stay right tucked up behind somebody. And Sean Lucas in the 32 is going to go 1 lap down here with about 7 laps to go in stage 1. If he stays right where he is, he'll get the free pass and be back on the lead lap. Why this is significant is Sean is one of the Final 4 contenders. Came into this race probably with the lowest odds of winning the championship, and he knows that. He doesn't mind me saying that, I'm sure. He's the only Final 4 driver without a win this season. Kind of sneaked and tiptoed his way into this Final 4 position. And he's looking to shock the world and win the 2023 Truck Championship here in NOSSCAR. It's the 6th season for this series. And right now finds himself the first truck 1 lap down, and he can just stay right behind that 02 Silverado and not let anybody else get around him, he should be fine.
Looking at the track map, I don't think there's any more lappers near the leaders.
I don't believe so. Okay. I believe you're right. A lot of open space in front of the 24 of Aaron Garcia. Nobody else in danger of going a lap down at this time. 5 laps to go in stage 1. Everybody has made their scheduled pit stops in stage 1. The only way Sean Lucas is not going to get the free pass at the end of this stage is if Timmy Brown in the 4 can get up there and challenge him for that position. He's not too far behind him, but he's been about even with Sean in terms of speed, and I don't think he's got enough time to close in the 7 or 8 truck lengths that separates the two. 4 laps to go in stage 1, coming around to 3 this time by.
It's 3 to go this time.
I think that's what I said, I'm not sure, but either way, thank you for letting us know. 3 to go when they hit the stripe, then there it is.
Correction, is 2 to go now. It was 3 to go when you mentioned it.
Ah, I definitely didn't say it that way. So we got 2 to go. Pit road is closed. Thank you, Alex. And white flag has been shown. Final lap here in stage 1. Round 30 of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season. It's the season finale here, folks. Max Prestige 150 at Phoenix Raceway. 15 drivers started the race. 12 of them left on the racetrack and rolling. 150 lap event. Stage 1 is coming to a close. It's in the history books. Aaron Garcia in the 24 captures his 40th career stage win in his NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series career. Just want to get confirmation with you, Alex. 4th and 5th in the stage, if you don't mind.
4th and 5th is NASCAR King and Speed and GR3.
Perfect, thank you. Well, what an interesting stage that was. The free pass truck will be Sean Lucas in the 32. Should put, I believe, 9 trucks on the lead lap. And we'll rock it back up for stage 2, guys.
And the 32 does get the free pass.
Awesome. Sean Lucas keeping his championship hopes alive here at Phoenix Raceway. I think staying out all of those extra laps might have been what put him behind there and in danger of going a lap down at the end of stage 1. Here we go, folks. Stage 2 underway.
42 lap stage, so we'll have to make a stop again.
And for hearing from Alex Tesdall, it is a one-stop stage yet again. The drivers can go about 34 laps on a fuel tank, if I'm not mistaken, and we've got about 42 laps in the stage. Might be some right sides only in the stage. Depends on how the left sides look.
Yeah, if you can keep the tires under it, you might be able to pit with just a couple laps to go on the stage and take 2 tires.
And a strong restart for the driver of the 24. That's Aaron Garcia. He pulls out to a couple of truck lengths of an advantage over Landon Jenkins in the 02. It's Aiden Cody running in 3rd. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. got squeezed nearly into the inside wall a moment ago when they were going to be 3 wide entering turn 1. He thought better of it, got out of the throttle, and was able to save his truck, save himself, and he's running 4th now. Josh Colin-Diaz just behind him in 5th, with Connor Brown in 6th, and Ethan Hoekstra in the 97 running in 7th. Alex Tesdall there in 8th, and Sean Lucas runs in 9th in the 32. Remember, he was the first truck 1 lap down. At the end of the first stage, he's back on the lead lap with a shot to get back in this thing. So final 4 drivers running 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 9th at this time, working stage 2 at Phoenix. And shout out to Dustin Franklin in the 38 Ford F-150. He was close to going a lap down near the end of stage 1, was able to maintain his gap over the leaders, was about a half a straightaway or less in front of your race leaders. Towards the end of stage 1, he was able to stay on the lead lap and keep on rolling. Well, folks, no surprise, not a shocker at all. Aaron Garcia, your race leader here at Phoenix Raceway. It's round 30. It's the championship race. It's the one event of the season you do want to carry your dominance forward and keep on showing your skill. In his 29 starts this season, he's got 11 wins, 26 top 5s, and 27 top 10s, along with 17 pull awards, 23 stage wins. It's been one of those career years in the Truck Series for Aaron Garcia. He's the defending and reigning NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion. Won it back in 2022 with us, and after this season he's hanging him up from the Truck Series, and he'll be focusing his NASCAR Platinum Cup Series career, and he'll be running full-time only in that series. He'll be making select starts in 2024 for the Trucks and Motormaster Series. Jenkins in second, getting a good push from his good friend there, Aiden Cody in the 40 truck. Both of them had a strong year. Aiden with 2 wins in the 40 truck, currently 5th in the point standings coming into this race. Landon, 1 win this season, one of the final 4 contenders, won the pole for this race and led the most laps in stage 1. Landon has 27 starts this season, 1 win, 18 top 5s, 24 top 10s, 1 pole award, 6 stage wins. It's been a great year for the youngster. And he's the first in line for that Rookie of the Year honors at the end of this Truck Series season. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Final 4 contender, driving for his own team, the only Toyota in the Final 4. The rest are Chevys. 27 starts, 1 win, 15 top 5s, and 26 top 10s. No pole awards, but 2 stage wins. These are all 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series statistics. And it kind of looks like Landon Jenkins, Aiden Cody, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. are trying to work together, maybe to run down the race leader, Aaron Garcia. If they battle at all, it's just going to allow the 24 to drive away, and it's going to allow Connor Brown in the 3 and Josh Diaz in the 7 to close in. So kind of looks like there's some teamwork happening here to try to run down the leader, or at least reduce the speed differential and try to not allow the 24 to drive away quite as far. And you gotta wonder what kind of adjustments they're planning to make to these trucks. You gotta wonder what adjustments they've already made to these trucks at the end of stage 1 when they had an opportunity to pit, or maybe even under green in the middle of stage 1. Because it kind of looks like at this point that in order to have a chance for this championship, Landon Jenkins, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Sean Lucas, they're going to need to make some adjustments to try to improve the speed of their race trucks, so they can maybe hang with Aaron Garcia in his draft and try to cruise along. And as Alex Tesdall, our in-race reporter, pointed out earlier, he runs an 8th, by the way, and the draft is not super powerful here at Phoenix, especially in these trucks, but it is strong enough to a certain degree, a certain point where you will be able to stay with the truck in front of you as long as you're within the same realm of speed. And the issue is with the 24, it kind of looks like he's on his own in terms of speed, and some adjustments will need to be made to the 02 and the 51 if they want to get up there and compete for this championship in the final stage. They have about 30 laps to go, or under 30 to go in stage 2.
28 to go this time.
10-4, thank you. There's Sean Lucas checking in on one of our final 4 contenders. He got the free pass at the end of stage 1. He started in 9th. I believe that's where he's still running. He has not been able to drive his way through the field like he was hoping to. He's still stuck behind a couple of lap trucks, and he's no longer up there in the group with the rest of the lead lap trucks. Just kind of trying to do what he can, do what he did in stage 1 if possible, and just try to stay on the lead lap, or simply be on the lead lap for the beginning of the final stage. The truck count is not through the roof for this one. A lot of drivers choosing to not run this race, just open the track up a little more to these final 4 contenders, kind of stay out of the way and stay out of trouble, not cause any problems. We strongly encourage everybody to finish the season strong and attend the championship races, but some drivers elect to just kind of sit it out and let them go at it.
Anyone who might want to try to split the stage in half might be pitting in a lap or two.
And it'll be interesting to see if anyone does do it like that. We've seen how important the 4 tires are as well. I was kind of writing down some strategy scenarios here. I've got a pad of paper in front of me. It's a big event, so I tend to do a lot of writing and a lot of stat work during these championship races. And yeah, I kind of have an idea as to what you should do here. If you can get close enough to the end and your left side tires are in decent shape, you might be able to take right sides in a splash, or like you said, you can split the stage in half, take 4 tires, whatever fuel you need, and drive your heart out for the rest of the stage. Depends on what your lap times kind of look like. See, I don't know exactly how far these drivers are falling off on their lap times the longer the run goes.
97's in this time. That's quite a bit early, actually. I think
agree.
you can make it from here.
Ethan Hoekstra, he won 2 NASCAR Novice Cup Series races with us in 2022. That season starts this Wednesday, hosted by Bailey Steffler. Xfinity cars on NASCAR Heat 5, very, very short races, and he'll be in that series again. And he's on pit road for service in the 97. There's another truck, I believe, that just came to pit road. I am mistaken. And they're all still chasing Aaron Garcia in the 24. Now, what does he do? He's got such a comfortable lead. In my opinion, I think Aaron waits until the drivers just behind him make their pit stop, and then he comes in the next time by. You got them where you want them.
If I'm him, that's what I do.
Exactly, yeah, you got them where you want them. Don't beat yourself. You might as well do what they do and beat them at their own strategy. Kind of let them dictate how the rest of this stage should go for you. About 20 laps to go in stage 2. Great speed shown by these drivers up here in the top 5, but great patience as well. Aiden Cody, Connor Brown, neither one of them getting overly close to any of these final 4 contenders. Given a lot of room out there. Now Connor Brown in the 3 truck comes to pit road. He surrenders a top 5 spot. Josh Colombias in the 7 truck. He was running in 6th. He's going to surrender that spot, come to pit road as well. Alex Tesdall comes to pit road for service in the 98 Ford F-150. There's only a couple of Fords out there in tonight's event. Alex is one of them. And Aiden Cody, Landon Jenkins, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., they're all going to come to pit road this time by, and I believe this is going to drag Aaron Garcia to pit road the next lap around. Now we've got our cameras on him. We'll have to see how that goes. And you can see just in front of him, that's Sean Lucas in the 32 Silverado. So Sean is, again, in a bit of danger of going 1 lap down at the end of this stage. And Aaron Garcia in the 24 hits pit road this time by. So Alex, you and I both called it the next time after they pit. Aaron Garcia did the same thing.
And that's a very good strategy to play.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It looked like he got the truck slowed down at a good rate of speed. I doubt there's any speeding penalties or pit road penalties to the 24 this time by. Timmy Brown.
The 52 truck was just sideways at the entrance to the pits, but it looks like she got it straightened out and got going.
Yeah, she got there. So did Timmy Brown in the 4. They're both rolling down pit road. And I believe it's Dustin Franklin in the 38. Ford F-150 coming down pit road now, and there he is.
32 stays out long again. He currently holds the race lead.
And I'm not sure if this is helping him or hurting him, because before the cycle of pit stops began, the leader, Aaron Garcia, was just behind the 32. So there's a pretty big speed difference right now, and depending on what the lap times are falling off to for the 32 of Sean Lucas, maybe it's better to stay out and do this strategy. If they're not falling off as much and you just simply don't have that high burst of speed at the beginning of the runs anyways, maybe you do it like this. Maybe you hope for a caution, and maybe you just stay out and keep on rolling for a while. And I'm not too sure if this strategy is helping or hurting him at this point.
If his pace isn't too far off, he might be able to form a gap by running long and taking 2.
What are his chances of making it without stopping, Alex? How short is he?
He'd have to save like 7 or 8 laps, which might not be impossible, but definitely a long shot.
Yeah, I'd say it's a long shot for sure. That is a lot of fuel, folks. Now, I do think that Phoenix is one of those tracks where you do naturally save as the run goes along, but I don't think you're naturally going to save that amount of fuel. You're going to need to put the clutch in almost every corner. Which could explain the speed differential between he and the other Final Four contenders. I'm not too sure what the strategy is like here for Sean Lucas. Alex, whenever you have a chance, let us know how many laps to go, and that way I know how excited to be for Sean Lucas.
He just crossed 12 to go.
All right, thank you. And he's coming to pit road.
Yeah, I was about to say, if my math is correct, he'll have to pit in a couple of laps if he wasn't saving.
Might as well stay out, lead some laps, get some camera time. Not sure what the strategy mindset is for Sean Lucas, but has decent speed here today, and he might need another free pass at the end of stage 2 to stay on the lead lap with them. But overall, it's great to see him here in the Final Four on this stage with a shot at the championship.
The 40 has taken over the race lead. I'm not sure if he played some strategy on a stop or if he hasn't stopped yet.
Interesting. I think, no, he's pit already for sure. There might have been some strategy on this, actually, Alex. I think that you're right. He got the lead, and it's about I don't know, maybe a 10 or 12 truck length advantage over Aaron Garcia in the 24. Aaron's definitely got enough time to run him down before the end of this stage, but I don't know what the speed difference is like, if it was a 2-tire stop on the 40 or a 4. For example, if it was a 2-tire stop, I guess what my point is if the 24 gets there, it's going to be a very short fight for the lead and for the stage 2 win. But if it was a 4-tire stop by the 40, you might see a couple of crossover moves and a couple of blocks here out of Aiden Cody. 2 wins for him this year in the Truck Series. Found victory lane in the 2022 NASCAR World Championship on a Formula 1 game. And Aaron Garcia is there on the tailgate of the 40. Going into turn 1, he's going to take a look to the inside. He's going to draw even with him over there. Aiden gave him plenty of room. You could fit another truck between them over in turns 1 and 2. Classy move by the kid, Aiden Cody, and he's going to let Aaron Garcia go and take the lead. Got 8 different leaders in this race, mostly due to green flag cycles of pit stop, but nevertheless, everybody's out there giving it their all, trying to win the Max Prestige 150 at Phoenix Raceway, round 30 of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5. Tonight, we crown a champion. 6th annual season for the Truck Series. Some big names have won this championship in years past, and tonight we crown another one. And we very well might be looking at the first ever repeat champion, two-time Truck Series champion Aaron Garcia. If he can do it, he becomes the first driver in NASCAR history to hoist the Tailgate Truck Series championship trophy two times in his career and 2 times in a row.
Got 5 to go in the stage. There'll be 4 to go, and then either hits the line.
10-4, thank you. Getting word from Alex Tesdahl. We're going to have 4 laps to go when the leader hits the line, and there you see him. There he goes. There's a couple of trucks just in front of your leader trying desperately to stay. Only 1 lap down, and that's Timmy Brown in the 4 and Emily Seri in the 52. They're teammates at Juicy J Motorsports. Now they're almost side by side battling for this position. Emily went way up to the outside to give the leader plenty of room. Timmy Brown stayed down, glued to the yellow line to give the leader plenty of room. And they both fall 2 laps down. 150 lap event. 15 trucks started this race, 12 of them left on the racetrack, and I believe as of now, Timmy Brown is the first truck 1 lap down, but he's in fact 2 laps down. Hoping to get 1 back at the end of stage 2. He's in a war here with Emily Seri for that spot. 2 to go. Pit road is closed. And if it's the white flag, let me know.
No, it's 2 to go. You got it right.
Okay. Coming through turns 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 2. Excuse me, second to last, I should say. The white flag has been shown. The next time by, Aaron Garcia will see the green and white checkered flags, and that will signal the end of stage 2. And then that leaves us with 1 stage left in the entire season, folks. The biggest restart of some of these drivers' sim racing careers is coming up very shortly. And for the 41st time in his NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series career, Aaron Garcia wins a stage.
Yeah, this upcoming restart might be the most important one of the season to try to get in front of that 24.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. This is the biggest restart of the season for these drivers. This is the one that matters most. Landon Jenkins, I believe, finished 2nd in the stage. Aiden Cody finished in 3rd in the 40. Who finished 4th and 5th, Alex?
Actually, Aiden Cody was 6th. 3rd was Speedin', and 4th and 5th was NASCAR King and Juicy.
Ah. So did Speedin' get the, or did CWI get the free pass then?
No, the free pass goes to Nola again.
Ah, okay. What position was he in?
9th.
Okay. Oh, and we're hearing Aiden Cody ran out of fuel at the very end in the 40 truck. That update came from Ethan Hoekstra in the 97, who's out there in 8th place right now. Heartbreaker for him. And here we go, folks. The final stage is underway. The 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series Championship is up for grabs. It's the last stage of the season, the one that matters most. Green flag has been shown. Landon Jenkins is your leader in the 02. The 24 of Aaron Garcia, one of the final 4 contenders, gets up to 2nd here on this restart. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51, Sean Lucas in the 32. They are the other 2 final 4 contenders. They're right there in this group as well. Sean in the 32 took a free pass at the end of stage 2 to get back onto the lead lap. And what a run by Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7. Part-time Truck Series driver looking to spoil the party for these final 4 contenders. Loves this racetrack, and he's going for the lead and for the win. Now in 3rd, but he's on the inside of the 24, looking for 2nd. Final four contenders currently scored in first, third, sixth, and ninth here in the final stage. With about 50 laps to go, Landon Jenkins is your leader. Won the pole for this race, has got to win this season. Fell short in the final four race for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series in those Xfinity cars, so he's really looking to pounce, really looking to capitalize on the speed he has here tonight and win this championship here in the Truck Series. It's the sixth annual season for the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series. Aaron Garcia in the 24 looking to become the first driver in history to win 2 truck championships and also win 2 back-to-back here in this series. Landon Jenkins looking to spoil that party and become a first-time NOSSCAR Truck Series champion. Landon, of course, the 2022 NOSSCAR World Champion on the Formula One game. Looking to spread his success, his championship success, over to a NASCAR Heat game. And right now his best friend is Josh Colmby as Josh slides into second just in front of the 24 of Aaron Garcia. That is exactly what Landon in the 0-2 wanted to see. While they're busy battling for second and third, Landon's plans, I'm sure, is to try to drive away and put a safe gap on the rest of the field. Oh! Contact there between Connor Brown in the 3, Aaron Garcia in the 24. Alex Tesdall tried to push his Ford F-150 through, and he did so, but there was more minor contact when he did, and everyone's going to make it out of there safely. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is stuck behind some of these battles. He's trying to advance forward. Sean Lucas in the 32, another Final Four contender, same thing, and they're really battling up front for the lead here. Connor Brown in the 3 just took the lead from Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7, but a moment ago, I think Landon Jenkins had a wild and scary moment, and that's how he lost the lead to Josh in the 7. They've had 3 different leaders in the last 2 laps, and suddenly Aaron Garcia is back in this thing. Everyone going all the way down there below the yellow line using the dog leg. It is a much shorter distance around this track if you're able to do it. Some say it burns the tires out a little bit more, but others say there's about the same. And Connor Brown leading in the 3. It's been a great season for him on NASCAR Heat games. Many top 5 finishes for him here in the Truck Series. He found victory lane at Talladega in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series in those Xfinity cars. It's been a strong 2023 for this kid. Brand new to our Heat 5 program, and he's going to be a big star, I'm sure, if he can keep on coming back with the speed he's been showing here in 2023.
That 32 truck may have found the lead. He's making a move on the 51.
And you're right. Battle for position between 2 Final Four contenders. It's a battle for 7th and 8th, if I'm not mistaken. It's just behind Alex Tesdall, who runs in 6th. And in 9th, just behind them, is Ethan Hoekstra in the 97. The 10th place truck, if I'm not mistaken, is actually 2 laps down, and that's Emily Sari in the 52, the Canadian driver in the field. And there you see her having a good battle with Dustin Franklin in the 38 for that position. Well, if you told me that 2 non-Final Four contenders would be running first and second at the beginning of the final stage, I wouldn't have believed you. And only because of the raw speed that we've been seeing out of the Final Four contenders here tonight. They've essentially dominated this race. But all of a sudden, here we are in the final stage. Connor Brown, your leader, Josh Colm-Diaz in second. Now, just a moment ago, Connor Brown hit the wall coming out of turn 4, really killed his momentum, and that allowed Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 to take the lead. Oh, couldn't quite clear the 3 of Connor Brown as he pulled a crossover move. And now he's going to clear him in turns 1 and 2. No pressure for Josh Colm-Diaz. All he's got to do is run as hard as he can and not look too much in the mirror, and he should be fine. And in total, there's 5 trucks up here in this lead group. 2 of the 5 are Final Four contenders. That'd be the 02 and the 24. And it's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. scored in 6th. He's trying to work his way around Alex Tesdall. Looked like Alex lifted a little bit to give him that spot as they were coming out of turn 2. Alex in 7th, Ethan Hoekstra in 8th. Sean Lucas in 9th. Emily Seri in the 52 rounds out the top 10. 12 trucks left on the racetrack right now. And it's still anyone's championship. We'll get a number of laps to go update from in-race reporter Alex Tesdall in just a moment. He's coming up to the start-finish line.
We've got 42 laps to go.
10-4, thank you. And you gotta wonder if there's gonna be some strategies here in this final stage. Josh Colm-Diaz certainly doesn't think so. It appears that he's driving that number 7 truck as hard as it can go. He's got the lead and he's not looking back. He's actually putting a little bit of distance in between himself and Landon Jenkins in that 02 Chevy Silverado. Aaron Garcia is up to 3rd in the 24. Your final 4 contenders running 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 9th at this time. It's been a very clean race. We've been mean, clean, and green since the drop of the green flag in this one. No cautions for on-track incidents in tonight's event. Everybody minding their P's and Q's. Everybody being very patient and very careful around the final 4 contenders and each other.
I can't recall. Has there ever been a situation where a Final 4 driver hasn't won the final race?
That is something I would definitely need to look into, but I can confirm with you that yes, the inaugural champion, that'd be Kenny Adair. He was driving the number 92 Ford F-150 that season, back 2018 on NASCAR Heat 2. He won the championship without winning the race. That was at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Oh, cool.
And then just an interesting side note to that story, the following season, 2019, Kenny Adair went out there and won the Tailgate 250 at Daytona, the season inaugural event, the season opener. So he finally was able to capture that first truck win the following season in round 1, but went winless in his first season when he won the championship. He likes when I tell that story. And so Josh Colm-Diaz leading the way. Landon Jenkins, Aaron Garcia, 2nd and 3rd. Aiden Cody runs in 4th, and it must have been a problem somewhat recently here for Connor Brown in the 3, because suddenly he has lost the group that was just in front of him there, the top 4. He's no longer running in 5th. He's now slipped to 6th. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51, one of our final 4 contenders. Not feeling good, he told us that before this race began. He is now beginning to catch the top 4 just a little bit, kind of rebounding.
I can explain to you what happened to the 3 there. He actually he put up a really good fight against the 51 and, wouldn't give him the spot. The 51 gave him a shot and continued on his way.
Oh, I see.
I guess I can't blame him. He's got a championship to win.
Yeah, and honestly, of all races, of all times, if you're going to do something like that and feel justified about it, I guess it would be this one. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., he's won championships before in NASCAR, but never on a NASCAR Heat game, and yeah, showing very little patience with other trucks around him here in the final stage. He's in 5th, and he's closing in on the top 4. And thank you for the update, Alex. I definitely missed that. And checking in with Sean Lucas, our 4th and final 4 driver here. Came in as the underdog. He was the only final 4 driver this season for the Truck Series without a win. Kind of tiptoed his way into a final 4 spot. Eliminated a couple of drivers that arguably, statistically, might have deserved it more than him. It's the very first time that Sean Lucas has ever advanced to a Final Four in a NASCAR series. And he's doing a terrific job here tonight at Phoenix. He's in the top 10 and on the lead lap. And if you're on the lead lap in the final stage, I don't care where you are in the running order, you've got a chance to win this championship.
A couple of trucks are making their pit stops now.
Yeah, I think I saw that actually. Connor Brown in the 3 is one of them. Led some laps in this race, and now he's on pit road for scheduled service. How many laps to go?
I believe it's 31, 32 laps to go. So you can make it on a tank, barely, but you'll have to nurse them tires if you pit now.
Ah, I see.
Oh, the 40's around in turn 4.
Yes, he is, and it looks like he's got some pretty heavy damage to the left rear of that truck, so maybe somebody made contact with him. I'm not sure, but he's on pit road now. So is Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7. Did you see contact with he and anyone else?
No, I just came around the corner and he was sideways.
Oh man, that's a heartbreaker. I know he's not going for a championship tonight, but capping the season off with a win would be fantastic as well, and he was right there with the leaders when that happened. You're right, pit road, a very busy place. Emily Sari, Timmy Brown, many drivers coming to pit road for service. This should give the lead, I believe, to Alex Tesdall in the 98 for the time being. Am I right?
24 is still on track.
Oh, wow. He's making sure, I guess, that he's still good on fuel. There you see him rolling. And Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is still on the racetrack as well. He's currently scored in 2nd. Sean Lucas is still on the racetrack. He is currently scored in 3rd in that 32 truck. First off of pit road so far is Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7. Now I know some of the others have not made their pit stop yet, but if this continues the way it is, Josh is going to be the leader once everyone else does complete their scheduled pit stops. Now, the leader, Aaron Garcia, is on pit road, coming for that scheduled service. As long as he didn't speed coming to pit road or anything like that, he has an amazing chance of going out there and repeating this year and winning his 2nd career NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series championship. He's getting closer and closer to that checkered flag at the end of this race, and he doesn't want to see any trucks in front of him when that time comes. Yeah, there was definitely no penalties for the 24 or the 51. Both of them under 15-second pit stops, and they are gone and down and away. And now after the cycle of pit stops, here is what the battle for the lead is going to look like once Sean Lucas and everybody else comes to pit road. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 has the lead, but he came to pit road before the 02 and before the 24. Landon in 2nd, trying to hold off the 24 of Aaron Garcia, but Aaron just came off of pit road. He's got about a lap or 2 lap fresher tires than Josh and Landon, so it might be only a matter of time before Aaron Garcia gets around these drivers, goes on up there, and maybe wins this race. We'll have to see how it all unfolds. And Dustin Franklin in the 38 truck is on pit road and motionless. It appears he is done for the day tonight at Phoenix, and looks like Sean Lucas in the 32 truck is now finally on pit road for service, the last of the lead lap trucks to make his scheduled pit stop. How many laps to go are you showing, Alex?
25 to go, 24 for the leaders.
10-4, thank you. So 24 laps to go, and the battle for the championship is on your screen, folks. The 02, Landon Jenkins, the 24 of Aaron Garcia. They're battling right now for second place, but it's going to be for the championship. Whether they can run down Josh Colm-Diaz in that 7 truck or not, the best finisher, the highest finishing Final Four contender is going to be crowned your 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion. Landon Jenkins trying a crossover move to keep the 24 side by side with him, but couldn't quite get there. And now the only chance Landon has is if he gives him a bit of a bump and then gets back to the inside of him again. But I was mentioning this just a moment ago. Aaron waited a couple of extra laps to pit. He's got slightly fresher tires than everybody else that's on the lead lap with him. So the 24 has the advantage. Right now he's in second, and he's closing in on the leader, Josh Colm-Diaz, to try to win this race. Right now in position to be your champion is Aaron Garcia in the 24. The only thing that drivers like Landon Jenkins, Sean Lucas in the 32, and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 can hope for to try to catch back up is a caution. If they get that, then it's anyone's championship again. And I'll tell you what, if Sean Lucas is going to get a caution that he needs, he wants it as soon as humanly possible, because the next truck to go one lap down is actually just in front of the leader, now side by side with the leader, and that is Alex Tesdall. Classy move, letting Josh Colm-Diaz go. Might have some company from Aaron Garcia in a moment here as well. And did Josh get the wall coming in at turn 4 that time? I think he did, and now Aaron is there looking for the lead. And I know Josh very well. He's not going to give up. Whether he's got a tire advantage or a tire disadvantage, he's going to fight like it's an even battle, an even war, and he's not going to let the 24 go. There's also this, though, folks. They are teammates, and he knows the 24 is going for a championship. I'm sure that he's going to race him hard, but I'm sure that there's not going to be any wild and crazy moves that result in contact either. Sean Lucas is now the first truck, one lap down in the 32. He's got fresher tires than these leaders. What he would love to do is go on up there and unlap himself. Not even need the free pass of a caution word to come out. And we'll take a laps to go update from you, Alex, whenever you hit the line next time by. What a race this has been.
Got 16 to go.
Yeah, it's really winding down here, folks. It's coming to an end pretty quickly. The last 16 laps of the season. At the end of this stint, we crown a champion for the 6th annual year, calendar year here for the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season. Started back on NASCAR Heat 2 in 2018. Here we are in 2023 on NASCAR Heat 5. Many of these drivers started with us many years ago on platforms such as NASCAR 15 Victory Edition, NASCAR Heat 2 and Heat 3, and have stayed with us all the way through here to where we are presently now. And the 14 laps to go. It's Aaron Garcia in the lead in that 24 Chevy Silverado. That 24 Chevy has won 2 truck championships, one with Nick Donfrancesco in 2020 and 2021 rather, and one with Aaron Garcia just last year in 2022. It's the most winningest truck in NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series history. It's looking for its third championship here tonight, and the driver behind the wheel looking for a second truck championship in a row. He's already announced he will not be returning full-time for 2024 trucks or Motormaster in those Xfinity cars. He will be focusing solely on the Platinum Cup Series, running full-time in that and trying to become a first-time NASCAR Platinum Cup Series champion. Came short in a war with Matt Smith in last year's Platinum Cup Series championship race. Looking to emerge victorious here this year in 2023.
32 is putting up quite the fight with them leaders despite being a lap down.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's got a bit of a tire advantage, but you can tell that he's improved his speed as well. You and I both started to notice that in the final stage and towards the end of stage 2. If a caution comes out, Sean is back on the lead lap, and then everybody's going to pit, so they'll be even on tires, and then who knows what's going to happen. There's fewer trucks left on the track now than there was at the start of the race as well, so it'll just simply be a shorter journey to the front if Sean Lucas can do it. That's a great point, Alex. All 4 of these final 4 contenders giving it their all here tonight, whether they're a lap down or on the lead lap. Final 4 contenders right now, if I'm not mistaken, are running in 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 8th.
The 7 looks like he's starting to struggle.
I don't want to agree with you on that one, but I have to. You're right. He's just a good friend of mine, and you're right. It's a tire strategy gone south here. For the short run, for the short term, it kept him as the race leader, and it gave him a shot to be the leader if a caution came out for a wild restart. But you're right. His tires are fading. His truck is fading. And he has left the 24 and the 02 to battle it out here for the truck championship. Josh scored in 3rd, but he's got 2 trucks that are 1 lap down in between he and the top 2, and it's also about a 1.5 2-second gap between himself and these top 2 right here on your screen, folks. Now with under 10 laps to go at Phoenix, under 10 to go until we crown a champion, the battle for the championship looks like this. It's on your screen, folks. The 24 of Aaron Garcia, the 02 of Landon Jenkins. They're only separated by about a truck length and a half. And they're about to go to war here. 11 wins this season for Aaron. 1 win this season for Landon. Both of them are former champions in NASCAR. Different platforms, different style of cars. Both of them really want this truck championship. And he is there. I don't know if there's a problem with the 24 or if he's just kind of saving his stuff. The 3 was just spun out actually over near the entrance to turn 3, kind of near pit road entrance. I don't know what happened to him, but we stay green. He got it going again, and that's going to cost him a couple of positions. In fact, I believe that moved Sean Lucas up a spot as well as Alex Tesdall.
Yes, we are now 7th and 8th.
Ah, okay. And how many to go?
5 to go.
Man, this is getting wild. 5 laps to go. And only 1 truck length separating the 2. I wonder what's going on here. Because
I think that 02 might be waiting to make a late pounce so the 24 doesn't get a chance back at him.
I think you're right. I'm just wondering where this speed is coming from. 4 laps to go now. Landon Jenkins has suddenly found something here where he is able to stay right in the tire tracks of Aaron Garcia. And if Aaron makes 1 mistake, Landon's going to be to the inside of him. He might do a dive bomb. There could be contact. We don't know what we're about to see. All we know is they're going into turn 3 right now, and they're coming out of turn 4 to see the 3 laps to go signal. Landon is running out of time if he wants to take this truck championship from Aaron Garcia. It's been a record-breaking truck season this year for Aaron in the 24. Landon Jenkins put up great numbers as well. Now, wait a minute. Landon Jenkins is coming to pit road.
Oh, my. Wow.
Landon Jenkins here with about 3 laps to go, 2.5 even, is coming to pit road. Evidently did not have the fuel to get to the finish.
It's 2 to go. I can't believe he did that.
Me either. I would have went for it regardless, I think. Wow, and this hands the next spot over to Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in terms of the final 4, and this leaves Aaron Garcia with no worries whatsoever. As he comes out of turn 4, he'll see the white flag this time by. 1 to go, folks. Sponsored by NASCAR. The 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season is coming to a close here at Phoenix. And with a familiar truck, a familiar face, leading us to the checkered flag, Aaron Garcia is going to capture his 12th win of the season. But most importantly, Aaron Garcia wins the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series Championship here on NASCAR Heat 5, 2nd year in a row. He becomes the very first driver to ever win 2 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series championships and also win 2 back-to-back. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 is going to finish in 2nd. And that pit stop really cost Landon in the 02. He's going to fall all the way outside the top 5 in the finishing order in this one, if I'm not mistaken. Don't forget photos of the results, Alex. That was wild. And a great race by all of these drivers, a great season as well. We were expecting a wild battle for the lead and for the win here at the end, and we almost had that, but evidently the 02 could not make it the entire distance without either having tire problems or fuel problems. We're also getting word that Connor Brown and Aiden Cody both had tire problems here in this final stage. They both spun out due to blowing a tire, so some of these drivers really pushing it to the limit at the very end. Wow, what a race, what a finish, and that was all unexpected. We thought we were going to see a battle for the championship there between Landon and Aaron. That was crazy. We'll get to hear from your 2023 truck champion in just a matter of moments, folks. We'll bring that to you here on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel. And we're politely reminding Aaron to double check that we will hear him on the broadcast. I think last week we couldn't, so make sure you check that. But man, what a race, what a season. Congratulations, buddy. You are the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion. 12 wins this season. You led the most laps here tonight. Came down to some different pit strategies there in the final stage. How confident were you in the final stage that you had the fuel and tires to make it all the way to the end?
Oh, no, I wasn't confident at all. I was a little bit scared. I didn't think I was going to make it. Coming to the line, I had 2% on my right wheel. I knew I was scared. I thought it was going to pop coming out of that last turn. I was going to spin, and she was probably going to take it. But I held on and saved enough and able to get across the line and win it.
You became the first driver in NASCAR history to win 2 truck championships and also win 2 back-to-back. What kind of preparation did you do coming into this race? How did you prepare and practice for this one?
Just make sure I can able to turn the car down, actually the truck, and get good runoffs.
12 wins for you this season, 27 top 5s, 29 top 10s. Unbelievable stats and records for you this season. How were you able to go on out there and manage that? Pretty sure you shattered the record books on a couple of things.
I was just able to just go out there and run every week like I was supposed to do, just stay up front and lead those laps. I'm just at this point, well, I know I'm capable of staying up front.
You were a part of the Final Four for the Motormaster Series as well. That championship race, of course, was held at Homestead. Which of the two tracks was your favorite to go out there and compete for the championship?
Oh, definitely a Homestead more often than Phoenix. Homestead is just, to me, a better track for the championship race. And no doubt to Phoenix, it's a really good track. It's just hard to get around the most of the time. I think Homestead is much better.
Is there anyone you want to thank or give a shout out to before we send it on over to Landon Jenkins for his interview?
Everyone, like I said, everyone racing hard that whole race, respecting, letting me by, and just everyone.
You're a future Hall of Famer, that's for sure, buddy. 2 championships now in the Truck Series. Congratulations. Go on ahead and celebrate with that 24 team.
Thank you.
And moving forward here, we have Landon Jenkins, the driver of the 02 Chevy Silverado. Man, Landon, you had a chance there to finish right there with Aaron Garcia, maybe even beat him and take the championship. You ended up having to make a late race pit stop that dropped you outside the top 5 in the finishing order, and therefore, I believe, putting you in 3rd or 4th in the final standings. What happened to you at the very end? Did you blow a tire?
No, I think I was just racing too hard early in that pit run, and towards when it became about 15 to go, I started saving up my tires and everything because I was good on fuel, but Phoenix just wasn't nice to me on my right rear, and I had to pit, so devastating, but I gave it my all.
Oh, we could tell you led a lot of laps in this one. You won the pole. You led more laps in stage 1 than anyone else. It just seemed like near the end of stage 1 and throughout stage 2, Aaron Garcia's truck came to life for some reason, but then you did something in the final stage that kind of brought yours back to life as well. What changes were you making throughout this race to maintain the speed the 24 had?
I was just hoping to make it looser because during stage 2, my truck got tight when I loosened it, but made more adjustments to hopefully compete with him because his strategies are very, very well, and I'm trying to figure out how he does it, but I was just hoping to make it make it enough loose to have the chance to get that championship.
It looked like a lot of the drivers out there tonight that were not a part of the Final Four round were being very respectful, very patient, and very smart around the Final Four contenders. How was it racing against Josh Colm-Diaz and Alex Tesdall and other drivers like that up there battling for the lead? Connor Brown and Ethan Hoekstra as well.
Very clean and respectful. Sometimes I wonder if one of the non-Final Four drivers are going to make a mistake to one of us Final Four guys and cost us the chance, but none of that happened, and very clean and respectful racing by everybody.
You won the 2022 NASCAR World Championship on a Formula One game. Where would this championship, if you had have won this one, where would it have ranked in terms of your accomplishments as a sim racer?
Oh, easily my best. I've always thought my best was here on these NASCAR games. I really hoping I could get just at least one, but there's always next time, and hoping it goes well next season.
We can't wait to see you for 2024 Trucks and Motormaster. We also can't wait to see you for 2023 Platinum Cup and Legend Series. Congratulations on a strong season, 1 win and 6 stage wins and several top 5 and top 10 runs out there. It was a solid season for that 02 team. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And do we have Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in here? I don't believe we do. And that's fine. He told me earlier tonight that he was not feeling very well, so I don't believe we're going to have interviews with Jeffrey Robinson Jr. or Sean Lucas in the 32. But Strong runs for both of them. Jeffrey in the 51 is going to finish in second in the final standings, if I'm not mistaken. Sean Lucas in the 32, the underdog here for the championship round, the final 4 drivers, ran on the lead lap all night long, finished in the top 10, got 2 free passes as well to stay in the game and in the thick of things. But at the end of it all, folks, when the smoke settled, it was Aaron Garcia, driver of the number 24 Chevy Silverado, parking it in victory lane in dramatic fashion and capturing that second career NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series championship, and if I'm not mistaken, his 3rd championship overall in NASCAR. And folks, that's going to do it from us here on the NASCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. Final thoughts from in-race reporter Alex Tesdall, the driver of the 98 Ford F-150, who finished in the top 8 in the final standings. Or not. There's also that. I think that he stepped away. So from all of us here at NASCAR, thank you.
Hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize I had my mic muted.
That's okay. What do you got for us?
It was a really good overall season from my perspective. Had a lot of great battles with a lot of guys, and unfortunately didn't quite get the results I hoped for. Finished winless this year, but brought home a lot of top 5s and top 10s and finished the season strong with a top 5, even though I spun across the line with a blown tire. But yeah, overall great season, and looking forward to next season.
Now hold up, you got a top 5 in this one?
Yes.
Wow.
I barely scraped up a top 5 because a lot of the lead lap trucks had to pit or blew tires right at the end.
Yeah,
and Sean Lucas almost scraped up a P4 too.
What?
Yeah, go look at the results.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to go look at them now. That's crazy. Yeah, the running order really got shuffled up near the end, that's for sure. My goodness.
And lots of guys making pit stops and blowing tires, and he got P4, and I brought it home 5th.
That is wild. Yeah, congratulations on a top 5 to finish out the season. And thank you again very much for being our in-race reporter all season long and helping the viewers understand what's going on out there.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to do it.
And that was Alex Tesdall, driver of the 98. He is our 2022 NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion. Made it all the way to the round of 8 this year for the Truck Series. He's going to finish in 6th or 7th in the final standings. We'll double check that later on, and it'll all be on the NASCAR.com website for the viewers and fans at home to check out here in just about a couple of hours. Thank you to everyone who tuned in all season long. The 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season is in the history books. The 6th annual truck season is good and done. Your champion, Aaron Garcia, driver of the 24 Chevy Silverado. Thank you again, everyone. Good night, and stay fast.